Henry John 6497. Victor Henry John 6497. Fuel is 16 White Noise. 431 Charge.
Caleb 24TX says, say rural John. Say it quick. Brother P Big Truck says, John, what was that word that person said? Can you say it low? Snoop 10 says, cops have been everywhere lately in my area. It's crazy. Snoop 10 says, I live in Richwood. BC Scan says, Bot Ricks has successfully joined the channel.
We're going to be stopping at William X-Ray John 6334. William X-Ray John 6334. 332 eastbound. We're going to be stopping at Florian.
So I heard 203 talking during the day today. By the way, which is a little weird.
Joe 399 and 09 sent a heart me for 1 coin.
Thank you for the heart me. Let me turn on the defrost for you guys.
Snoop 10 says, John, the first order you to tell every person you see in real life, you love them, LOL.
That's a good way to get slapped. Now y'all trying to get me slapped.
Caleb 24TX says 203 got scared of you and he had to change shifts.
I don't know. I heard it. Maybe it's just...
Ninja Bone says getting slapped is a good way to sue people, haha.
No. I'm not trying to get involved in all that.
Joe 39909 sent a marvelous confetti for 100 coins.
Thank you so much, Cakespur/Joe.
Sticker Guy says it would definitely raise his ratings.
It wouldn't be the first time it's happened to us live.
Ninja Bone says gotta get that bag dog. Lol.
Gotta get that bag.
Here for 227, first week to meet the mother. 3522-8597, here for second.
Caleb 24TX says, or Matty.
Clear. Second is 451-222-60, 451-22-260.
Cherry says, rural.
Not doing it. Rural.
Clear.
7505.
Snoop 10 says, or tell every cop that they look good in their pants.
That's silliness.
Bruja 210 says, rural. Ninja Bone says gotta come up on a mint. Move on up from the east side. It is finally time for John to get a slice of the pie. Ha ha.
Yep.
Cherry says, yeah, you did it. Caleb 24TX says, imagine having a mobile Waffle House in Victoria County.
You know? Not a bad idea.
Ninja Bone says, like my man Biggie says, get them blotters and shooters and laptop computers.
I swear these guys watch the stream and just go hide every time I come to Angleton.
Control 3 is departing the Woodlands, headed for the south base. 3 on board, 1 plus 30, 1164.
3 for looking for south base.
Biopreppers 1 says, am back.
Welcome back.
Stream Element says, Joanne 8775 just subscribed.
Joanne, thank you.
Ninja Bone says, so John, did that just violate or was that okay?
1-2,
Snoop's 10 says, John, sing to us.
No. Not gonna sing. It's pretty bad. My singing is pretty bad.
Angie 416 says, W Cheerleader gifted sub.
Thank you, Sheree, for the gifted sub.
Snoop sent a rose for 1 coin.
Cheerily says, they're your secret admirers. Boogie 1620 says, I bet there is one sitting at that church on Bushta and Henderson one is always there.
Ashley Hayes, 17, sent a heart me for 1 coin.
Thank you, Ashley.
Caleb 24TX says John doesn't sing any raps and should collaborate.
Return. I've got policy in here. Too good.
Room 26. Sure, at Pasadena,
Joanne 8775 says, doctor says a few weeks to maybe a couple months and that all. My heart is broken, rushed, shattered. This all happened in a matter of 4 days.
Oh man.
I'm an only child and only person and it's very, very rough.
Nana Loving Life, sent a heart me for 1 coin.
Favorite being in life,
I hope things get better, Joanne.
Joanne 8775 says, and I would like to thank each and everyone for the prayers in here and discuss. And thank you for whoever just gave me a sub. It is greatly appreciated. Boogie 1620 says, I could give you more points to look, but what do I know? I'm just a subscriber.
You could give me more points.
report about the traffic air crash secure shutdown on code 2.
Joanne 8775 says, Bayou, you need to get well, and I'm praying for you, sweet lady.
5522.
Fred.
Any vehicle information?
Red Hyundai.
That's clear.
Static 3 dispatch.
5522, I'm not with a caller over here. That's fine, I'm
Unit
gonna
Magic
go for
Service,
the house.
one-time refusal, AMA.
Clear, you advise, slowly. 10-9. You advise, she's still at the house. Okay.
Snoop 10 says, chat, send your daily heart needs for 1 coin smile. Boogie 1620 says, yep, I could give you some.
Snoop 10 sent a rose for 1 coin.
Thank you, Snoop 10.
Let's take some headline.
Caleb 24TX says, in the words of John fucking Gray, watch for the snipe.
Watch for the snipe. Everybody double tap.
Fire Preppers 1 says, I have a feeling something is about to go off.
We need 3 points for speed. Three roses for speed, I think.
Levelup.tx says I can throw a glove in a mist.
Alright, good. Good, we need those. Those are very important.
Ninja Bone says this looks like my town. They like to hide near MCDS. Bubba P Big Truck Guy says, snipe team snipe. Joanne 8775 says, has it been a busy night or a W kind of night?
Not so far, but it's Friday at 11:10:51, so.
Clear to copy again, moment.
Clear to copy.
44737.
Clear.
55 Big Truck Guy says, so you're saying it's been quiet so far?
I would never say the Q word on a Friday
Says
night.
it is door nailed down.
Clear at first Alpha, clear at first Alpha, clear at 341 West Marion, 341 West Marion. The 2-year-old female called his resident, his wife called him and told him something was going on with the daughter, unknown. Turns out it's going to be 2252. Can you turn off this ambulance call?
Well, I'm around.
No, so just for information, father got a call from his wife advising something was going on with the 2-year-old.
Ninja Bone says West Marion. Let's roll.
21, can you turn off this ambulance call?
Well, I'm around.
Yeah, they're gonna send the cops for something like that.
No, so just for information, father got a call from his wife advising something was going on with the 2-year-old, but couldn't give any further information.
That's clear. Dispatch, copy. Forward about 1 minute out.
Hey, Sam. 1 minute out. Aircraft secure Chicago had 1 engine.
Ninja Bone says 100% because drugs. Always drugs. Big Devek says that might not be good. Also may not be much.
Right.
Ninja Bone says staged response.
Oh, we're in Angleton. We'll start heading that way.
6 level 9, clear 28. Sam King Young, 6391. Correct.
Taylor 24 TX says, why wouldn't they say what's going on?
Unknown 288 Magnolia, 288 Magnolia, on the feeder, northbound lane. There's a vehicle pulled over, the lights on, all the doors are open. Possible vehicle damage, the passerby didn't see anybody inside of the vehicle.
Yeah, well, I'm around.
No, that's good.
Proceed to subscribe on YouTube.
Thank you for subscribing.
Gonna be alert, breathing.
Oh, that's good. That's a good update.
The child's gonna be alert, breathing.
Good. Just for information, the officer on scene advised the child is going to be alert and breathing. Clear. 673.
Big Devek says, very good.
We work here, ready. 67319673199. City by 22.
Good.
Hey, over.
Concentrate.
Clear. Carried on location. Good.
Caleb24TX says Bobcat has now joined the chat. You will never find me. Ninja Bone says, where are the 1032 calls? Man with gun.
I didn't hear anything that said that.
The Eagle Statesman subscribed on YouTube.
Left Flight 5 East Base, Left Flight 5 East Base, nature response and tower transfer from Royal Home Imperial Line Hotel 332, coming back to Hermantown.
East base.
That's clear.
Stream Element says, thank you for following Jasons_OOX.
Jason, thank you for the follow over on Twitch.
Hey, dispatch, Northwest, you want us to take that? We're about to leave to go home.
Yes, please. I didn't know if y'all were ready or not. Break Left Flight 5, you can disregard Royal Home Imperial Line, Left Flight 4 North Base is going to take it.
East base. Clear environment.
I'm good for driving.
Window looks horrendous.
Control, this is 3. We're headed for fast fuel. We can take that after we refuel at North go up north.
Roger, we'll let you take it. Royal Home Imperial Line Hotel 22, correction, Hotel 332.
Okay, after we lift fast fuel, head that way.
Copy, thanks, Jack.
Anytime.
I'll be out on the Missouri. Clear for any?
Clear for any, sir.
Stand by on the pull up back in. 743. It's going to be...
Ninja Bone says, stop letting the kids in the trunk play tic-tac-toe on the dash. Snoop 10 says, this is better than Live PD.
44743.
Thank you.
That's clear, sir.
Hey, where are you searching cars at? Maybe we'll run into you. That's county. Stay out of the cars.
Just be advised, Maryville, main location, they're thinking that this jurisdiction could be Fairland. We need it out there, can you verify?
Ninja Bone says, leave PD sucks beaver nuggets, haha.
Too soon. Tomorrow will be 1 week that I've been trespassed from the Freeport Buc-ee's, and my life is no different. So there's that. Because I think we recorded Friday, and then they got me on Saturday, right?
Extreme Element says, thank you for following Cobra Shikenma. Ninja Bone says, but John, whatever shall you do without that cheap shitty gas?
You're right.
Caleb24TX says, Bucky's here. You have 368 more days left.
Why you give me 3 extra days?
4 left for North Fuel, 3 on board, 0 plus 47, 722.
Why did I get extra days?
Charlie says, pretty sure.
Thank you, Arrow 90 over. Clear.
Halini Coker 25 says, 6.
It's already on the first complete. It's functionally 1095.
Caleb24TX says, sorry. We saw you were doing better without us.
Just trying to keep me down now.
Freeze on the ground fast fuel. We have a flight number for the fuel.
It's like 3, heavy at fast fuel, airline number, run number.
Control, freeze on the ground fast fuel. We have a flight number.
Flight 3, heavy at fast fuel, your flight number is 1716. 1716.
Ninja Bone says only 847 days to go.
No, it's 1 year.
And my flight 3, I have that patient report. Just let me know when you're ready.
Then we'll catch another year as soon as that is up. Also, more than likely there'll be new managers in 1 year. So.
Ninja Bone says 928 days remaining now.
What? Now I got extra years.
Ninja Bone says, Caleb24TX says, I thought in Texas you can get prosecuted if you're a repeat trespasser offender.
And I wouldn't be a repeat offender because I will not offend. I've never been convicted of a crime and I don't plan on it at this point. I'm too old to go to prison.
Snoop 10 says we will bail you out.
Thanks.
Ninja Bone says that's the spirit.
Charles L 5, George 943, Charles L 5, George 943. Really a white Toyota Camry, recording traffic.
Caleb 24TX says you're also too old to run on the treadmill.
Charles Young 5, George 943, Charles Young 5, George 943. Somebody in a white Toyota Camry pulled us to the Kroger's parking lot.
Lake Jackson.
Go ahead. 87032.
AB1019 says Kyle Myers said there might be new manager, but he hasn't written down by.
That's good. That's good. We need it written down. Although I did like parking there and then going to the mist, but we'll have to find another way to do that.
448. So it's going to be Charles Young 5, George 943. Charles Young 5, George 943.
Your location again?
Kroger's parking lot.
48, clear.
Kroger's parking lot.
Ninja Bone says I heard they wrote it on the restroom walls. John Gray CPT March 2026.
Right.
Flight 3, your flight number is 1716. MRN is 55556503. You'll be picking up a 71-year-old male. Approximate weight is 66 kilos. Patient has a perf appendicitis, an NSTEMI, and fell earlier today. Currently a GCS of 15, blood pressure is 80/40, heart rate of 87, breathing 18, 95% on room air. Patient is receiving Levo, coming out of Memorial Herman Parallel ER Trauma 3. Coming to the SPICU here at Herman PNC.
Thank you for all that information, Life Flight. We needed it.
Caleb 24TX says I guess they no longer give trespass warnings.
I got a warning. I'm just warned at this point. I'm just warned. No, you get one warning. You get one warning, and then from there, then if you go back, then bad things are going to happen to you. Trust me, they keep my ass in there for 6 months.
Robert Sam 02600, Robert Sam 02600.
21,
AB1019 says life flight here. Screw you, sir, do I need to repeat?
No, I heard you.
Robert Sam 02600, Robert Sam 02600.
Goes going $16 for Grand Card from July 26th today. It's really 006.
Oh man. All right, second unit's pulling up for this call, so we're just one red light in between us. You guys fell. I'll pick you guys real quick.
Caleb 24TX says live flight here. Just hiding the cops from you. Ninja Bone says go up and flip AU.
How you guys fell down? I don't know what happened.
Has a smile says, ouch.
You guys are better now. you guys doing? Good.
Yeah, this guy is too loud. It's like busted or something.
How are you tonight? Good. What was the reason for the stop? Allegedly.
Went over the line, like a right on red.
Allegedly. That's what she's claiming? Well, hopefully you get a warning and you'll be on your way.
I hope so.
I'm rooting for you. You're welcome.
Are you the scanner?
I'm the scanner guy. I'm John Gray. Oh, thanks. Make sure you follow me on all platforms. All right, let's see. She's coming back. She's coming back, hopefully with the warning. I'm thinking, I hope it's a warning. Are you thinking warning? It's a warning, everyone. It's a warning.
I already told her it was going to be a warning.
Oh, man.
So it's just for people to stop at our public places. Try to hold her back. Okay? All right, perfect. You're welcome.
It's a happy ending. How's your night going?
Going great.
Good. Mine too so far. All right, it's a warning, guys. That guy rolled the window up on us. He didn't want to talk to us. But he's been cool lately. All right. Let's go. Parking. I'm between two lines. Holiday Inn. Who's in front of the Holiday Inn? Let's go parking because I'm between that line and that line back there.
A super nice lady officer.
47.
I want to hear this clue traffic again.
Yeah, clear. It's 560.
There is time, there could have been.
I am P-Man who says, there goes the park ranger. Package keeper says,
Always.
Snake 10 says, John the first M, get me out of the trunk.
Get somebody to go to 109.
109.
Or CC says.
All right, we gotta go.
PX says, I wonder if she's single. Mark the Shark says, John, tell the police ladies that I only handcuffed in the bedroom. When I get permission, okay, go.
All right.
Team says, Jake Jackson PB is a lot cooler to work with. Bubba the Big Truck Guy says, I sure do love happy endings lol. Stream Element says, Mark the Machart just cheered 1,000 bits.
Mark the man. With the 1,000 bits, thank you.
Guy says, and typical John logic on his parking roll.
Yeah, there's two lines. There's two lines. There's definitely two lines there.
Mark the Shark sent 1,000 bits on Twitch.
Thank you, Mark the Mad Shark. I think they said the Holiday Inn. Is there a Holiday Inn?
Houston, send the 1044.
On 633.
Ninja Bones says, John, you should ask her out. She smiles.
East Place on a black Chevy.
I am P-Man who says, what's going on on the scanner? Couldn't really hear the
I
traffic.
think something at
Tom 0 John 6334. Tom 0 John 6334.
something at the Holiday Inn.
Mark the Machine says, time to Galaxy. Cherie underscore
Thank you.
Cherry underscore CC says, Blake Jackson.
Anti-AM.
Anti-AM just cheered 500 hits.
Anti-AM, thank you for the 500 bits.
Cherry underscore CC says, or Angleton.
All right, we'll just sit at this red light forever. There we go. Now we get to go.
Auntium sent 500 bits on Twitch.
Anti-AM, thank you. That's really slow, isn't it? I know what's going on. I know why.
Mark the Shark one sent a heart me for 1 coin.
Mark the Mad Shark with the heart me over on TikTok. Thank you.
Mark the Shark sent a Galaxy for 1,000 coins.
1,000 coins. Thank you for the Galaxy. You're amazing. Thank you, Mark.
1,000
Mark Demon Shark 1 sent a galaxy for 1,000 points.
With the second galaxy, thank you.
Cherie _ Cherry _ CC says, yes, very Twitch is way behind.
I know what it's doing.
Simpsons working tonight, John.
Yeah, that's who's at Holiday Inn.
Mark Demon Shark 1 sent a galaxy for 1,000 points.
Mark's going crazy with the galaxies. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, Simpsons at the Holiday Inn. I think they were talking about room numbers.
Mark Demon Shark 1 sent a galaxy for 1,000
Are you
points.
kidding me? Thank you, Mark.
Caleb 24TX says, Dad, she shot your warning statements down by saying she already told her she was getting one.
Right.
Mark Demon Shark sent a galaxy for 1,000 coins.
Mark, thank you so much, man.
14.
I think what's happening on Twitch is my old...
Monty M0 sent an air dancer for 300 coins.
The air dancer, thank you. Wacky waving warning guy. Wacky waving.
AM0 sent a heartbeat for 1 coin.
Anti-AM, thank you. The wacky wavy guy. 211, 214. I gotta hear this traffic, guys.
14, 211, 10-4. When you figure out their account and what happened, could you call us at Patrol 1, please?
211, 214.
They'd be really vague. Someone's talking to the police, though, which you should not do.
211, 10-4. When you figure out their account of what happened, could you call us at Patrol 1, please?
Patrol 1. I guess the phones have numbers now.
It's going to be verbal only.
It's verbal only.
10-4.
679.
Little bit 982 says, Aussie notes.
Management is doing that. TTW.
211, it's going to be verbal only.
Management wants a CTW.
10-4.
Monty M0 sent a rose for 1 coin.
Flight number is 1718. You'll be picking up a 69-year-old male.
Turn left, right down.
200 pounds.
I gotta hear this other traffic.
Give me a minute, let me track someone down.
Let me track someone down. They're trying to find a manager so they can solicit a trespass.
Number 78, heart rate of 63, breathing 17, 95% on room air, no infusions, coming out of Memorial Hermann Katy, ER bed 22, going to Memorial Hermann Memorial City.
Auntie Ammo sent it's corn for 1 coin.
It's corn.
2 and then 109.
Mark them in Shark 1 says, I give you my word on that you know I don't play when it comes to cash.
I know that. Thank you. That's very kind.
Life flight is getting worse than county dispatch.
Just for information, Mr. Mack is advising he has property in Iran still. Should be a wallet and some truck reports.
211, maximum, what's the most gone?
Both gone.
Where's necessary? You guys do the dump that too?
You got it.
CTW, back.
He's advising now.
Where's on that?
Sorry, I haven't.
I wonder if they're gonna refund their money.
202, 211, maximum, what's the most gone? Good night. C270 for Ryan.
All right, I'm looking. I think it's a Holiday Inn, but
Below 19 TX sends a heart for 1 coin. Anti-Zero sends a panther paws for 199 coins.
Anti-AM, it's a Panther Paws. Thank you, and thank you for the heartbeat. I'm looking for these guys.
21, can you put next 27 information in the notes?
Oh, we got them.
10-4.
Found them. All right, they were at the Oyo. Or old Oyo. Not the Oyo now. My Tesla's new manager. All right, we have to have good parking here. This is now.
Shark 1 sent a money gun for 500 coins.
Mark the Mad Shark with the money gun. Thank you for that. All right, let's see what's happening out here. See what we have going on. If I can get out of the car.
Mark Teammate Shark 1 sent a money gun.
Thank you. Okay. All right. They sent the clue in.
24TX says you have to get skinnier, John.
Yeah, I know. It couldn't fit out there. All right, we're gonna kind of hide back here.
Strikes off loose. Sound keeps going in and out.
Oh, I'll look for that. Thank you. How about now?
Mike is going in.
Okay, I got you. I straight. I tighten the connection.
Filmacoker says, better turn voices down.
Let's see where they go.
Stream Element says, thank you for following Mike _Montez.
Oh, got lights on over here. I think the person left and they're trying to tell them. I don't know what's going on over here. That's why I didn't leave right away. I wanted to see where they were going. Because I knew this thing wasn't over yet.
Stream Element says, thank you for following Christian around. Caleb 24TX says you better hurry up, big boy.
So it was at the Holiday Inn too.
What's that? He said you were gonna jump him off the stage.
I would, but I can't fit him. I need you guys to. He has too much stuff for me to fit. If you guys could give him a ride.
You can't get no space.
It's full of electronics now. Saddle. It normally works, but.
Where are you trying to go? Oh, to the new way. To the new way? Yeah.
It's come on, guys. Give him a ride. Protect and serve. That's right. That's right. I fit you, but you got too much stuff for my car, man.
Yeah, we can give you.
That's so nice of you guys. Good to see you. How you doing, man? I negotiated for a courtesy ride.
Yeah, if I was going to jail,
You said if I was going to jail, you make me fit. They push your ass in there, huh? If you didn't have the bags, I think we could make it. Well, that's awfully nice of them, guys. That's awfully nice of them. All right. I think we'll have a great night, man. Hope it gets better. All right, we got to get back to our car.
Good job, John. Snoop 10 says ask them to give you a ride, LOL.
Me? No, I don't take rides. No, I just walk. Getting fat, I can't even fit in my car now. How's the audio? Is it not cutting in and out anymore? Is the audio good?
Anteam says, pat down for a courtesy ride?
Yeah, it's common. I mean, they already have. It's not like they're hiding his information, right? They already know who he is, so.
Caleb 24TX says, good negotiator skill, John. Strikes off Blue says, it's fixed.
Very good. Yeah, I saw it was loose. That's good parking, guys. I mean, unless you're the car next to me. That's how much room I got. Guys, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, guys. All right, let me see if I can get my big butt in here.
Caleb 24TX says 11 out of 10 parking.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Or Leah. Sorry, it's ma'am. I meant to say. All right. Whoops. Clue in now, yes. Under new management. That's why I'm gonna slowly test them out.
Ninja Bone says always film 5-0.
Always.
Caleb 24TX says, I'm a man, not a woman. Don't get messed up, sir.
Sorry. I was sorry about that, sir. I apologize, sir.
Larson the Goat sent a heart me for 1 coin.
Larson the Goat, thank you so much for that. Bravo, secure radio. Alright, the block is hot.
Houston 713, Durham, Brandon, and then New Mexico, no extradition.
Caleb 24TX says, was that DPS that asked for secure radio?
Yes.
Aaron, text 12, sent a Go Popular for 1 coin. Subscribed on YouTube.
Kenosha DA, Center Rose for 1 coin.
Aaron, text off sent a creeper for 1 coin.
Thank you for the creeper.
Aaron sent a press start for 1 coin.
Aaron Dubtex 12 sent a TGF for 1 coin.
Bruja 210 says, John needs viewers. Can you explain what you do?
Kenosha sent a paper crane for 99 coins.
Thank you for that. Guys, if you are new here, my name is John Gray. This is BC Scanner. We're in Brazoria County, Texas. We're about 50 miles south of Houston, right on the Gulf Coast.
Bruja 210 says, John needs viewers.
And what we do here is we listen to the scanner, we record police interaction.
Ninja Bone says that yellow car wants to race.
I'm a law-abiding citizen, so of course I won't. We should be quiet as a church mouse down here. It should be quiet as a church mouse.
Control 3's left pair left coming up to Herman TMC 4 on board, 2 plus 10, 573.
3 heavy lifting for Herman.
said the Q word, John.
Oh, I did? Oh, but yeah, but I don't think that's the right context. I meant as far as music goes. I meant as far as music goes.
Can you turn around to 1211 for a complaint at the lobby for fraud?
Uh-oh. That's in Freeport.
Ninja Bone says I'm not suggesting racing, but maybe go for pink slips after midnight LOL.
Control 3, station report. Go ahead. Line 55556503. Station is reported offloading in 4 minutes. And do we have a equipment yet?
Caleb 24TX says it doesn't matter, John, you're cooked.
Saying help and then disconnected again.
16 clear.
Left 3, 55556503. You're going to be operating your patient to the TQ 612612.
They got the guy out of New Way.
15524, 1555.
Snoop 10 says.
Oh, it didn't tell me what you said. They got him out of the New Way.
15524, 1552.
I think I negotiated that pretty good.
Strike softly says, Mike is doing it again.
Let me check my connections. Okay, I see it. I can tell now.
Caleb 24TX says your microphone is going in and out.
Thank you guys. I fixed it. How about now? It's better? Testing the audio.
Says let's roll. Code 2. Cherries and berries.
It's better now? Testing audio 1 2 3 4 1 1 1 1 1 2 3. Nope, I just saw it. Which cable's gone bad now?
Strike softly says no.
Alright, give me a second. I'll pull over and make some adjustments.
Caleb 24TX.
Changes. Give me a second. I'll change the way it works.
Ninja Bone says 50 to 50.
Give me a second. I'll pull over and have excellent parking to fix it. Give me a second, guys. Let's see. Let me put you guys up.
Ninja Bone says goes good for a sec. Then clips.
Let me make some changes.
3, landing 1.
Electric 3, aircraft security shut down on 1 and 2. No clear right through traffic.
Oh, this is going to be a pain. You guys are going to fall down a lot more. I'm going to hook it up like this and bypass the other cable. This is going to be a pain. Testing the audio.
Okay.
Go that way. I got to redo it differently. That's not going to work.
Ninja Bone says while we are stopped, everybody out of the trunk.
27, I'll be in article. Yes, to be the actors on those spaceship, there's like that you broke a wing. Trying to get information.
Switch to wireless charging now. That's dumb. Alright, I need to put this cable up so I don't lose it. Let me check this connection.
Snoop 10 says it's not bad. We can deal with it for tonight.
No, I'm gonna fix it. I think I still have a problem. You guys are gonna think I'm driving and doing this, so I'm gonna put this down.
Ninja Bone says, I'm guessing it is that flex plug that is dying. Question mark.
Yeah, they always die. Because I have to have an OTG cable to plug in the power too at the same time. Uh-oh. How about now? Testing the audio.
Left like 3 on 3.
5, 6, victory, Lincoln, 5.
Lake Jackson Fire, first out. We have a smoke alarm. At 3112 Pine Street, Cross Street 4, Folks Lane. Time zone 2346.
Testing the audio. Is it better? Watching the...
Victor 2017 Buick running for
Ninja Bone says
27 to Halo Lopez.
So far, so good.
Yeah, I think I found the connection that was loose.
Snoop 10 says yes.
Alright, good. We'll pretend it's back in service. All the technology can't account for bad cables. For that too, pretty soon. We're gonna have to have 2 cameras. One that's always in the dash, and then I'm gonna have to carry my gimbal. And I'll have that set up pretty soon. So we get switch
Fire
quickly.
Steppers 1 says, welcome in everyone. John is not a cop. We are here to teach people their rights so they don't go to jail for victimless crimes.
That's right.
Caleb 24TX says it's just a smoke detector.
Yeah, I didn't even pay attention to it.
EMS second out, you'll be needed for
Cherry says, so far so good.
Oh my God, Lake Jackson.
Ninja Bone says have to love the delay when it comes to things like that.
EMS second out, you'll be needed for a 24-year-old male. The general weakness, keeps vomiting, patient, cross street of Laurel and Elm. Your tone time is 2348.
That's good.
Luckily, we got an oil change at the beginning of the night.
Caleb 24TX says, oh God, my ears.
Sorry.
Oh God, my ears.
I tried to cover it. I tried. All of a sudden, the mic wants to work perfectly.
Ninja Bone says, LOL. Firm avoid.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
34 vehicle, it's going to be a white one with a white shirt and blue stripes. And he'll be wearing black shorts.
That's in Freeport. We're looking for that guy. Alright, so apparently that noise ordinance hasn't kicked in yet because these guys still have their
Extreme Element says, thank you for
the follow.
He's in turn one way, I have enough one.
Biopreppers 1. Thank God I did not have my headphones on.
That would have been bad. That would have been very bad.
Caleb 24TX says your microphone is messing up, but it worked whenever that tone was going out.
Yeah, you know? So that was good.
Anyone 31 cent a rose for 1 coin.
Thank you. We got a coin. We got a rose.
Left side 6, are you looking for fast travel?
Ninja Ninja Bone says dispatch. Don't forget cowboy boots. John is wearing cowboy boots. Makes it easy to find him. LOL. AD101M says while cutting in and out again. Honey says, your mic gate is acting up maybe.
It's a connection. It's clearly a connection. That's why I didn't. So I've been using this mic the past couple days because I think it's better than the DJI Mic Mini. But it's heavier too, and it just I'm gonna say it just dangles from the cord. So that's why it breaks.
Momentarily, 4 on board, 1 plus 16 and 630 Metro.
But once we start switching,
Looking momentarily to Royal Herman City Hotel and 244.
I'm gonna set it up so we switch between cameras, and then I won't have that problem because the mic will be mounted on the gimbal itself. So I'll get it fixed. Always tomorrow, right? With me.
Caleb 24TX says dangles. That's a crazy word.
I knew I was going to set up for comments.
Honey says, it does not fully cut out for me, just the amplifier goes down.
Yeah, that's because it's switching to the phone mic from my mic.
Ninja Bone says that would be super cool.
So we're going to switch to a second camera when we get out.
Ninja Bone says always, tomorrow.
Always. But I started working on that today. So.
Snoop 10 says it doesn't sound bad to the edge.
Yeah, right now it's working now.
5737.
Honey says, I guess you had 2 mics maybe.
I'm gonna have to have 2 mics. I'm gonna use a directional mic. I have a Rode mic, the Rode directional mic. We'll use that when we get out of the car, and this one's gonna stay in here. But it'll be. I'll have to have 2 mics. I should have that set up. Sunday I'm taking off, so.
45. Currently no fire. Repair of the electronics on the stove caught fire. Power to the house has been killed. The fire department's been probably to help ventilate.
Alright. So, there was a little smoke there.
Honey says, had my own BSC moment out for walk.
Currently no fire.
3 cop cars. 2
Repair of the electronics on the stove caught fire. Power to the house has been killed. The fire department's been probably to help ventilate.
Country Girl 5571 sent a rose for 1 coin.
Thank you for the rose.
Ninja Bone says in my car does not have aux input, and for some reason my car hates Bluetooth that is not a phone. So I have to use an FM transmitter. Something to think about. IDK.
I think it's staticky, so staticky then. I get it though, I see where you're going with it. My aux cord works, we could go that route. Bluetooth works. I have the reverse problem. If I try anything but a phone, tablets don't work. I tried my Surface tablet and an Android tablet, and that didn't work. The phones work fine.
Snoop 10 says John wants to do a 24-hour stream.
Shoot, I got soccer games in the morning. I got soccer games in the morning. I love soccer games. Have to be there at 8:30.
7963. Sam Tom George 7963. Just lost it.
34 license.
Ninja Bone says the FM transmitter I have actually has Bluetooth as well, so I can connect my phone and my scanner using O, and then use one FM channel for both.
That's county. They're rarely down here at closing time. I think he wants my spot that I was in.
Christopher Rodriguez, I'm calling in again. He found his grill.
He found his grill or his girl?
Caleb 24TX says, I'm guessing the soccer game is soccer ball 1 John 0.
Yeah. I am not playing soccer. It's not me. It's not me that's playing soccer.
Clear.
How's my guy staying?
31 sent a rose for 1 coin.
Nanny sent a finger heart for 5 coins.
Thank you.
31 sent a donut for 30 coins.
Cherry Lee says, I was wondering if you had a new curfew.
Okay, clear.
I think if I do my regular time, I'll be okay for an 8:30 game. Well, I gotta get up at like 7:30.
Show me how to get 200 block of surf drive with William David.
That's good stop.
3, 4, 2,
Excellent stop, sir.
Ninja Bone says it's in and out, but we are not bitching.
Just making sure you guys are about to run out of ventilation fans that have the garage on the road.
How you doing, man?
I'm the only one at the station. Still waiting.
It's your world, man. It's your world, Mr. Black Shirt.
Making sure you guys are about to roll. We're going to need some ventilation fans that have the smoke in the garage from the road.
Oh man, we're gonna get cut off by the fax. The fax is gonna cut us off. Hell no, they're gonna beat me to the story.
This Caleb 24TX says no one road rage against John because they know that he will film it.
Ah, they do. Still.
This one. Daniel Herman Pearland, Hotel 332, going to Daniel Herman Southwest, Hotel 318.
Only thing fires Tom said was that a smoke alarm was going off. Can you drop me a second phone for ventilation from a kitchen fire?
I think he's gonna cut back down this way. I'm gonna park over here.
Ninja Bone says Mr. Firefighter always spawns the garage. No fans needed.
I see him over there.
Caleb 24TX says, what is the fax doing out so late?
I think delivering papers. He might be going on though. I need more fans.
Anti-Aim says, typical the fax doing the fax things.
For a kitchen fire at 312 High Street, Clock Street, 4
I turned it down.
Time tone 000. Kitchen fire. We're going to need a ventilation for a kitchen fire at 312 High Street, Clock Street, 4 Lane at Chestnut Street. Time tone 00000. Thanks, Dylan. That's going to be a caller. Chapter 3 here. Ready.
Well, we lost him. Thanks, Fax. The Fax.
Like 3 green base.
Ninja Bone says beep, 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 beep. How do you like it, radio?
Okay, in the
Chew on the other foot now.
Well, yeah, I get a warning, but I can never get it in time to turn it down for the loud.
That's great to hear guys again.
The big scanner is louder, so I can hear it. Better.
3 on board, charge plus 3.
So I try to turn it down before it gets to you.
Right? 6 of you looking for oil coming to you, looking 122.
X-ray George, 148.
X-ray North George, 1148. X-ray North George, 1148. I'll be on 2nd Street in that, I guess.
Ninja Bone says, oh, I know. It is the same here. Some counties are super crazy insane loud, and others are just...
Control Station report.
Go ahead, show me now.
Do you need EMS to go location? That's like 6, you're picking up a 42-year-old female. It's like number 1720, 1720, and we're at 150-830-241. Patient is in blood pressure 112 over 71. Pulse 901, respiratory 1,800%. Then peripherals, propofol, cardiac, and breathing. Currently at Memorial Herman CDCR, Charlie, coming back to Memorial Herman.
The engine 14, wake check.
Ninja Bone says, I think they are super loud so they can wake up sleeping EMT, haha. Cherie_Cherry_CC says, the mic keeps going in and out.
Thank you for letting me know.
Cherry says, Glenn Room wants to interview you, John. He tried to get me to call in one night for a mod spot.
Nenuanan 31 sent a heart me E for 1 coins.
Glenn's room 1. Yeah.
You know that I'm going to run it, please.
You have to be on earlier, because I do my thing at night. I think he is on earlier, though. We might be able to set that up.
Clear.
Cherry says, someone bought me a sub.
That was nice.
10-4 on an aerial Martinez, white female, unofficially eligible clear, insurance is confirmed, registration is valid. On an aerial Martinez, white female, unofficially eligible clear, insurance is confirmed, registration is valid.
14, are you in route?
Engine 14 clear.
Disregard. That's safety 14.
None, 31.
There's no extension to the wall.
99 coins.
Level 10, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Engine 14, third order.
14, engine 14. I've made an inspection. Hold and confirm. There's no extension into the wall. We will need to get a fan and
Southern Messages, Mama 2020 sent a heart me for 1 coin.
Engine 14, third order.
Engine 14, Lake Jack, can show something. Engine 14, clear.
Alright, I'm okay.
Engine 14, clear.
BCS Open Joy.
Good.
Cherry says, I was just checking to see if you were on, but I guess because you rated us, his page pops up and I was just watching for a second and left, but got a free sub invitation.
That's nice. That's what you should do if someone rates us.
555, our flight number is 1720, MRN 339er 66716. We'll be picking up a 63-year-old male. Approximate weight is 68 kilos. Patient is status post cardiac arrest and sepsis. Currently intubated with a GCS of 3. Blood pressure is 110/67. Heart rate of 122. Breathing 14. 100% on the vent. Patient is receiving vancomycin, bicarb, and levo. Coming out of Memorial Hermann Pearland, ER Trauma 1. Going to Memorial Hermann Southwest to the ICU.
Cherry says, I watched Ajax today.
3-4.
That's good.
Control 6, advancing.
6 cover.
Caleb 24 TX says that they'd like to say your favorite color.
1719.
Thank you.
Alright guys, we got 130.
Go ahead for that,
You got any additional?
Ninja Benji says 1 Mulligan.
Great, go ahead.
Free him.
Just transporting one patient, non-emergent.
Claudette Broussard sent a heartbeat for 1 son.
Snoop K10 sent a rose for
Hey, John.
Hey.
Ninja Bone says go to bed. Caleb 24TX says, what did you say you had? The microphone cut out.
Station 1, go ahead and roll another
Don't
unit.
have him.
Power.
I said I had a bad microphone.
Very soon.
Station 1, go ahead and roll another unit this way. Manpower.
Very soon.
Cherry says, Palm.
Not yet. I should. But not yet.
Ninja Bone says something about fuel.
We have 135 miles of 132 miles of gas now.
Stream Element says, thank you for following Mel 3176.
Mel with the follow. Thank you so much for being here. Brazoria County, Texas. We listen to the scanner. We record police interactions. We're about 50 miles south of Houston, right on the Texas Gulf Coast, if you're wondering where Brazoria County is.
68, yes, recording. I'll be adding notes in a second.
Caleb 24TX says okay. It's just hard to understand what you're saying with the microphone issue.
Yeah.
9931 sent a Go Popular for 1 coin.
Ninja Bone says laughing my ass off. I like how the mic cut out right when John started his outro.
West Coast to Gulf Coast sent a heart me for 1 coin.
Well, I guess we could use the phone with no mic. That won't do that then. I mean, just a. Let me disconnect the mic. We'll use the regular phone. It's gonna. You're hearing a lot more rattling though, and no noise suppression.
9931 sent a rose for 1 coin.
Disconnected the mic.
Snoop 10 says be sure to follow VC Scanner and recommend us to friends and family.
That's right. Follow me on all platforms. We're live on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, and TikTok tonight. So. All right, I pulled the mic off completely. The audio won't be that great though, and you're gonna hear a lot of rattling in the car. The scanner will. Now I think the scanner's gonna rattle too much. I pulled the
Ninja Bone says might work quote better.
Oh, tomorrow I'll replace that case.
Ninja Bone says, oh wow, that is wild as fuck. Cherry Lee says, it's fine.
Now we're just using the phone mic.
Cherry Lee says, you're not very loud.
Yeah, that's the difference a mic makes. I can scream. This is me screaming. Can you hear me now? That's about all I got. I can't do that all night.
Ninja Bone says I have headphones on, and the stereo effect is insane. Kinda cool. Scanner on the right, John on the left. Hilmacoker says, what's going on? Technology issues.
Yeah, just the mic cable. I just pulled the mic off. How you doing? Yeah? Can't give you a couple, I'll give you one. Did I give
Ninja
you one?
Bone says I kinda like it, haha.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, let me see if I do. I think I have lights on. I don't know if I do.
Cherry says, LOL.
It's our last pair of lights. Here you go. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. We got 1, 2, 3 lights left.
Can you confirm the 27? I read it and it showed that the subject comes back to reported position.
What?
Ninja Bone says help, we are locked in the trunk.
Can you confirm the 27? I read it and it showed that the subject comes back to reported position.
You're probably not driving a Clute with one tail light then.
That's clear. I made energy wrong. 1066, 1004, 1066, 1004.
Stream Element says, Cash App $1 extra good donations are appreciated but never solicited. If you choose to donate, they are non-refundable. Ninja Bone says, whoa, John, you hear that? Cop ran a dead guy.
You entered it in wrong.
I just confirmed on the 2015 Ford Explorer GM26. Pretty sure I was saying that it's cleared now.
Yes.
Cherry says, all still giving out bike lights, how sweet.
$99, 31 cents a rose for 1 coin.
Snoop K10 sent a heart me for 1 coin.
Caleb24TX says the real reason John hands out bike lights is so his bad driving doesn't hit them.
At both, honestly. It's they so I can see them and the cops don't harass them.
Cassidy Boy Move 4 sent a heart me for 1 coin.
Horse now. I'm just showing how to class the YouTube now.
Bandmum 2024 says, I am going back to the hospital, John the First hate this.
You get better soon.
Ninja Bone says, anybody else getting static still?
You're going to. It's going to be the scanner rattling now. It's going to be a different. It's going to be because the scanner sits right by the phone, and it rattles. That should stop it a little bit. The other mic's on me, so you don't hear the scanner, and it has noise reduction. But we disconnected it.
07923 to Northville.
Yes, I'm forwarding looking for Northville.
Snoop 10 says it sounds fine. Ninja Bone says not sure if it's coming from the car or the cable. I hear it when you hit the bumps. Ninja Bone says, oh, okay.
That's the scanner rattling when I hit the bumps. That's why I use the mic so that doesn't happen. I think that noise is more obnoxious than the mic cutting out.
Please go to Jane Welfare.
You take that out and go back in and see if that helps.
6508, 01 to 10.
Sure, damn, that speaker works.
I got an idea. We'll disconnect this cable. It's still doing it, so I know what cable it is now. Not the mic. I can put the mic back in.
Fort Charles says clear hospital back
I just don't have any power on the phone.
448 check.
Alright, the mic won't do it now.
Ninja Bone says, oh god, no.
Yeah, no, I know what it is, because it's still doing it with the mic disconnected, so it won't do it now. Which is good, that means it's not taking...
24TX says I have some industrial storage if you need them.
I know it, it's the USB-C cable, they last about 2 days. Alright, so now the mic's back on, you don't hear the rattling, you can hear me and it's not cutting out. According to my theory.
Cherry says, there you are.
So we can just stop and throw this cable away so I don't accidentally use it again.
Says sounds 100% so far. Theo Progniana says, well done, John.
Well, I get indicators on the screen.
24TX says, do you have an Amazon list where we can buy you some more Type-C chargers?
I do, actually. You can get to my Amazon list at bc-scanner.com. You'll see my wish list on there. I don't know if I have cables on there. I think I already went through them.
Cherry says, so C to C are better.
Yeah, 3 feet. 3 feet C to C. So I get power delivery. I didn't check if the other end was loose. Let me see if the other end's loose on my battery.
Larson the Goat sent a rose for 1 coin.
Thank you so much for that.
Ninja Bone says, oh snap. John. Yeah. BET. BC wish list for the win.
I gotta put cables on there. I don't know if I have any on there or not. Let me check the other end. Maybe it's loose. Alright, I'm gonna try experiment. If it cuts off, I will try.
Says John. Queen Southern Blessed TTS isn't working. She wants you to know she had her surgery this AM.
Oh. Well, thank you. So I think what's happening, Queen, is you have to be a subscriber, a super fan, or in the top gifters.
Ninja Bone says
top 10.
Now John will get 26 new cables by Sunday.
Well, I could use those.
Cherry says 3 feet C to C charger cords.
Power delivery. It has to be high wattage cords. That's what makes it so expensive for me. All right, I plugged it back in. I've changed the connection on the battery. So let's see if that works. If it does, I know it's this cable. So. Let's see, because I gotta keep this. I use a program called IRL Pro that just chews through battery if it's off the charger. So it has to have a battery attached to it the whole time and the mic attached to it the whole time. If not, our stream will last about 20 minutes. I can get about 6 hours using the battery. It's definitely not been working.
Ninja Bone says 100 watt USB-C to USB-C.
Yeah, that's the ultimate cable. I keep two batteries with me and a jack and a battery in the back seat too, which I haven't even turned on tonight. We have not been using Starlink this evening, and it's been working out pretty good. So we can save a little bit of that.
Justice Smith sent a copy for $1.
Ninja Bone says I have several. They are awesome.
Show first thing. Machine exact service.
Snoop 10 says John. A viewer wants to know what's going on. Big Dog 3950 says Dead Night. Caleb 24TX says everything's going fine so far.
Good. I was on the other end. The only end I didn't check, which was the battery side.
Machine exact service.
I use a Unication G5 and a SDS 200. I have two scanners.
Ninja Bone says your green makes really good cables.
Check this hell out of Lake Jackson. Or not.
There's mine. Go ahead. 469.
Big Dog 3950 says always film 50.
Always.
Justice Smith sent a dolphin for 10 coins.
Thank you. With the dolphin.
Go ahead. It's going to be for a reckless driver. They pulled in that is this.
Snoop K10 sent a rose for $1.
Thank you for that.
Snoop 10 says it's Santiago Serna, Amazon.
Alright, we'll take another round through Sector JG.
Caleb 24TX says Trunkies are hungry. John is buying everybody Whataburger.
Dang.
1450 Lake Jackson.
You know what? I better eat tonight.
Ninja Bone says bah.
I better eat tonight, actually. Grab a burger, because I'm not going to have time in the morning.
Yes, ma'am. We ventilated the house. We removed the oven. Notified the fire marshal's office. Advised about
Let's do that.
50 Lake Jackson.
Let's get a hamburger.
Location. All fire units will be clear. Back in service.
450.
Yes, ma'am. We ventilated the house. We removed the oven. Notified the fire marshal's office. Advised the homeowner to contact the insurance company. No further hazards at this location. All fire units will be clear. Back in service.
Caleb 24TX says we want to hear your order, John.
Let's do that.
Shedhorn, subscribed on YouTube.
Bedlam 2024 says, what's happening in the morning, John? Anything fun?
I gotta go to a soccer game. soccer game tomorrow.
Clear, good.
We're calling 33497349
At 8:30 in the morning.
Clear, good.
Next one 45115761.
And I have to drive 20 minutes away for it.
Snoop 10 says, John, can you say the scanner slowly for a viewer?
Sure.
Smiley face emoji.
Unication G5. That's uni and then cation. G5 and SDS 200.
Caleb 24TX says, Pam here. Get the trunkie something to eat. Bandom 2024 says, oh yeah, that's going to be fun.
Just one walk.
Thank you, ma'am.
Jessa Smith sent a rose for 3 coins.
Jessa Smith sent a rose for 6 coins.
Thank you. I like that voice. I think I'll make it the only one.
Class on 886 sent a heart me for 1 coin.
70.
Good.
Snoop 10 says, tap the screen.
Jackson, confirm. Are you gonna want to meet?
Snoop 10 says, it's Santiago Serna OFC. Caleb 24TX says, that voice is so adorable. Jessa Smith says, rolling on the floor laughing emoji. 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 That voice is funny.
All right.
For the south face, 3 on board, 0006 461.
Yes, I do. I have kids. Tomorrow's the only day you get to
Hello, 3 on board, 2+12, 722, back to the Woodlands.
What have you looking for in Orland?
Jessa Smith says, I did not think it would be pick up the laughing emojis whoops.
Yeah, emojis are TTS killers.
Snoop 10 says, John, Queen said goodnight that she's in pain.
Oh no. Good night, Queen. I hope you get better soon. Good night to you. Thank you.
Jessa Smith says noted. K. Casper says, good night, John.
Good night, K.
Caleb 24TX says, how is your kids' soccer team doing so far?
So far, so good.
Southern Blessed Mama 2020 says, it's Snoop K. Thank you so much. Heart emoji. Sweetheart.
So, one of the disadvantages...
Clarkson 886 sent a rose for 14 coins.
One of the disadvantages they have is they don't have enough players.
Says that. Crown emoji. Queen Southern Bless 2020. Crown emoji. Heart decoration emoji. Of course. Smiling face with hearts emoji.
Nanya and Fred 1 sent a bubble gum for 99 coins.
So one of the problems they have is they don't have enough kids, so while the other teams get to switch out players, they have the entire game. So they're actually to play the entire game.
Snoop 10 says I'm John's nighttime assistant. Honey says, good night, keep filming 5-0.
Always.
You got 7.
Jessica says now I want McDonald's Lowell. Caleb 24TX says, John, if they're short, you could always join.
You know,
Honey says, oh, being short players is demoralizing but builds character.
Clear.
Clarkson 886 says, yay, my daughter's team had that problem and the main concern was the parents could not afford it. Bubba the Big Truck Guy says, hey cashier, we are trapped in the trunk.
What do I want?
Honey says, 7 large coffees, please.
No, stop. I'm about to turn you guys down. These guys are making my food. We don't want to mess with them.
Cherry Lee says, good night. We know that place too well. Snoop 10 says you want a knuckle sandwich.
No, I don't want any of those.
Caleb 24TX says Big Mac with large fries.
Well, maybe they're closed.
Cherry Lee says, 2 cheeseburgers. Melanie Saeed 1784 says, my tongue hurts from eating too many sour candies.
Ooh, I like
Ninja
those.
Bone says, John, I posted in the Discord a couple of links to some USB cables for you to look at.
Okay.
Bubba the Big Truck Guy says, hey drive-through window person, can I get a box of extra small Magnum condoms? Jessa Smith says, I want M chicken.
Well, guys, I guess no McDonald's. Right when I drove off, though. Like, go ahead. We can drive back around.
I'm on Interchange.
What? Burger King.
Correction. Victor Correction.
Not sponsored by any of these people.
Caleb 24TX says Burger King, here we go.
Victor John Zebra 8264. Correct. Victor John Zebra
Popular Open 24.
I think they were just slow.
Correction. George Zebra.
Oh man, there's 3 cars at Burger King. Alright, let's do this. You guys are gonna laugh at my order.
Big Truck Guy says, hey John, go to Burger King and order a Big Mac roll. Caleb 24TX says that just means a longer time for us to talk to you. Ruha 210 says, food will be hot. Cherry Lee says, and 100 at Whataburger.
Yeah, 100 at Whataburger. That's why I didn't even check. Okay.
Ruha 210 says, 2 Whoppers, no cheese, mayo only. Bubba the Big Truck Guy says, hey drive-through window person, can I get a box of extra small condoms?
That's not what we need if you're listening.
Ruha 210 says, onion rings, no fries.
I'm gonna try this new burger they have up here.
Cherry Lee says, I know I used to live at Treasure Bay, LOL. Bruja210 says, LG Dr. Pepper.
I'm not gonna get a drink, actually. I still have my...
903 Print Guy says, if you remember the Whopperita. LOL.
Dang, I don't know.
Always packed. 2 p.m., 4 a.m. doesn't matter. Caleb 24TX says Whopper with extra mayo, extra pickles, no tomato.
404 million.
106 West 3rd Street.
Sorry about that. How can I help you?
Hi, can I get... hold on one second. Can I get, let me... Maple bourbon barbecue Whopper?
Is there county units going around?
And a large fry? And...
Drink?
No drink. No drink, please.
Hold on one second. Alright, it's gonna be 12:10.
Thank you. Alright, we got to order in, guys. That's half the battle. Alright, so not the battery, not my wallet. Alright, so it was mine. It's fine. It was just coming loose from the battery side. So we should be good.
Caleb 24TX says, good choice, John. Snoop 10 says you forgot my order. Melanie Saeed 1784 says, I got a sub for supper, but I'll have to eat it tomorrow. Ninja Bones says, agree. I like that burger.
I have never had it. So, but I like the new burger thing. So, can't go wrong with it. It has bacon, barbecue. Not sponsored, by the way. Not sponsored.
Cherry says, yay.
I figured we can't go wrong with it. It has all good stuff on it. That price, yes, I know. I see that.
Bruja210 says, John, you have to tell us what's on that Whopper.
Okay, man. I can try to guess and I'll tell you guys tomorrow. How about that? Because I can't back up and go read the ingredients. And I don't want to be one of those guys. Could you tell me what comes on?
Ninja Bones says exactly. All the good stuff a growing boy needs.
Yeah, can't go wrong.
Caleb 24TX says John only pays in Trunky views.
Since that's the only way I make money, yes, you're right. I checked all those cables, but didn't check the other side.
1784 says, I like their onion rings with the zesty sauce.
Ooh, I didn't even think of that.
Cherry says, I paid it every day at McDonald's, but no more. We have agreed internet is more important. AB101M says, I've had the burger 3 times already.
Oh, you have? Is it good? I mean, that picture got me. It's like, I want to eat that. I definitely want to eat that.
Bruja210 says, oh, Canadian bacon. Caleb 24TX says, no. I meant he exchanges us for the burger.
Oh. I didn't even think of that.
Good.
Insurance confirmed on a 2014 CX on August 26. Ross out of Waco.
Cherry says, LOL.
He's going to be 202.
Melanie Saeed 1784 says, that's my favorite from Burger King.
Insurance confirmed on the 24 GMC, expired August of 26.
Ninja Bone says check out the cables I posted. One set is 90 degree. I have two that are over a year old. And shows amp draw. Bruja 210 says American cheese, crispy onion, jalapeno S.
Yes, clear.
Snoop 10 says after you get your food, say, thanks sexy, then speed off.
No.
Shirley says, nobody wants us. Bruja 210 says, looked it up.
Oh, you looked it up? Okay. Looks good, right?
Melanie Saeed 1784 says, they need to make a burger with like maple bacon.
Couldn't go wrong.
AD101M says you seen the crab nude and was saying, oh, I want to eat that's why he wanted to whoop you. Bruja 210 says, it's Canadian bacon. Caleb 24TX says we nominate Cherie to be substituted for the burger. AD101M says burger is good, but wasn't enough for me.
Uh-oh, is it one of the small ones? Did I just get one of the small burgers, the baby burgers? I'm gonna ask him at the window if he can throw an extra Whopper on there then.
Control 6, patient report.
They're gonna hate me. Maybe they're watching the stream.
Go ahead.
If you're watching the stream inside, throw an extra Whopper on there.
50830-241. Patient is reported
Sounds good, but I think I would just
heart
get a
rate
junior
83, blood pressure 116, respiratory rate 16, setting 100% on the vent.
If you're watching inside,
AD101M says while Flute is arresting on Sector 7 grams and we get the damn burger.
yeah, I gotta eat.
Copy on patient report 150-830-241. Patient's gonna be offloaded to Challenge 719er.
Ninja Bone says it just eat it and go to bed, ha ha ha.
Copy officer 6. I just want to confirm sending ER said that we were changing to drop off to the ER. Would you please verify? Originally it was the ER, and then we got a call from the transfer center saying it was Jones.
Clues doing field sobriety test.
10 says lay on the horn.
No, it won't do anything. If you see lights include, let me know. Be there after I get my burger.
Sure, I'll be out on it.
That's reporting to here up to 222.
Snoop 10 says I'm kidding roll.
Can you advise the house number? 4008.
Bruja 210 says, our Burger King has one guy making the burgers as you order. Ninja Bone says that was funny. The radio was slow for a while.
Can you advise the house number?
Right, as soon as I'm in the drive-thru. Going up.
4008.
Snoop K10 sent a horseshoe for 10 coins.
Thank you.
Bruja 210 says, did you ever try that SpongeBob burger when they were out? It was horrible.
I did not.
Ninja Bone says 1,000.
Yep. Hey, is there any way I can add a Whopper on? It's too late.
He's on it or not?
Yep, please.
So it's 1956.
All right.
Ruba 210 says, the bun felt like a sponge.
Ooh.
Melanie Saeed 1784 says, what's that burger called? Bubba the Big Truck Guy says, hey drive-through window guy.
Thank you, sir.
John has weird vibrating toys, baby oil zip ties, and extra small magnum condoms in the trunk. It's kinda weird, no diddy. Honey says, have it your way at BK Chat. Ninja Bone says, there must be some kind of way out of here. Said the Joker to the thief.
My wallet back in my pocket. That's how I forget it. Places. They're fine.
Okay. Caleb24TX says, how would a cop get out of here if they were trapped by multiple cars? Honey says, first day of spring, John and Joy.
Oh, is it? It's officially the first day of spring? Let me guess, we're getting a cold front next week.
101M says, Burger King manager here. Adding a damn extra patty at the pay window? Your ass is now banned.
Just get in the Buc-ee's line. See if we can turn it up without life flight babbling now.
Honey says, maybe yesterday was. Melanie Saeed 1784 says, ask them about your girlfriend. Snoop 10 says, YouTube chat is wild. I'm staying here on TikTok.
Yeah, it gets crazy.
Ninja Bone says, I don't carry a wallet. I use a card holder on my phone. And I leave my phone home. Ninja Bone says, yeah. It is spring break.
Oh yeah. Ours was last week. They've been back to school already.
Melanie Saeed 1784 says, what's the burger called again?
Oh, I forgot. Maple something. Due to a penny shortage, please pay using the BK app, credit, or debit. No more pennies, guys, here. They don't have pennies here.
So I lost the first vehicle for 859 20 to the X-ray, Mary X-ray, 0696, X-ray, Mary X-ray.
Justice Smith says maple bourbon something.
Yeah, something like that.
Honey says, no phone wallet for me and Bluetooth NFC always off, lots of tap buys here. Ninja Bone says that's crazy.
So I lost the first vehicle for 859 20 to the X-ray, Mary X-ray, 0696, X-ray, Mary X-ray, 0696.
Thank you, sir. Have a great night.
Snoop K10 sent a dolphin for 10 coins.
Thank you for the dolphin. All right.
Joey, we're sent to Heart Me for 1 coin.
Cherry says, they didn't accept cash in Sugar Land.
No cash at all. Cash is bad.
Greenhouse is here.
On the ground zone, please.
Guys, go ahead and do me a favor. Hit the subscribe.
24TX says Burger King here. We will sponsor you if you don't talk about the cops. Ninja Bone says 3 years later, ding fries are done.
Yep.
Snoop 10 says food review time.
Oh, I don't eat and drive. I never eat and stream either. So I cannot stand when I see someone eating on live stream. Am I silly or does that bother anybody else to see someone eating on live stream? It just bugs me when I see that. I think it's rude.
Cherry Lee says, my dad got turned away a lot while he was staying with my mom.
Guys, do me a favor.
Melanie Saeed 1784 says, where is that field sobriety test?
I don't know.
Honey Eve says, I can't watch loud eaters with mouth open. Ninja Bone says, oh my god, I hate that shit. Chris Docker underscore 1710 says, I can't stand it. Cherry Lee says, well, you have a good day. Stream Element says, thank you for following Teening Day.
I have to get to a soccer game in the morning, so we're going to wrap it up at 1 o'clock. I'm going to go eat my burgers and go to sleep, which is not very suggested.
I can't stand people filming themselves eating. Caleb24TX says, well, depending on your grunts when you get out of the car. I can only imagine.
Right.
Lol, rolling on the floor laughing emoji. Ninja Bone says,
the back's better.
It's okay. Because we know you are working for real. Banmum 2024 says, good night, John. I am on my way to the hospital. I will keep you and Pam updated, John.
Okay.
Bruja 210 says, chewing like cows.
Guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you for the bits, the subscriptions, the hearts, the donuts.
Bruja 210 says, good night, everyone.
Takes me a second to end the stream. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, guys. We'll see you again tomorrow. Also, check my website.
Says, good night, John.
Good night.
Honey Eve says, extra lettuce is good if eat late I have to for digestion. Good night all. Snoop 10 says, good night, John.
Good night.
Ruha 210 says, going to take some meds. Banner Old Time 66 says, good night.
Good night, guys.
Ninja Bone says,
Justin,
Later.
Delamar, David
Caleb 24
Lincoln,
says, good night, Jerry.